Hello, basketball fans, and welcome to the first round of the Blue Ridge District Women's Basketball Tournament as your Franklin County Eagles bring a 14-8 record in tonight's contest, taking on a 4-15 Lady Viking team out of Northside. Joined tonight with Mike Doyle, Jamie Singleton on the camera. Mike, the two times these two teams met in the regular season, we had a great matchup here in the Sam William Hawkins Gymnasium, 49-45, and then Franklin County a runaway in the friendly confines of the Vikings arena.
Yeah, the Northside last game here at home that they were here was really a close game. 49-45 was not even an indication of how it really was. The whole game was 1 or 2 points here and there. Northside was in this game all the way. I think tonight you're going to see the quarterbacks out front, Blizzard and Smith, be a big part of this game, along with the outside shooting, of course, of Jaden Jemison and Tamaya Robertson for the Lady Eagles.
Franklin County controlled the opening tip-off, but they're going to lose that opportunity. Turnover on their first possession. Starting 5 on the floor for the Lady Vikings. Number 10, Emily Smith. 11, Samantha Johnson. 12, Rihanna Saunders. 13, Gianna Brown. And 23, Tamaya Gates. 5 on the floor to start for the Lady Eagles. 21, Maya Blizzard. 32, Tamaya Robertson. 33, Jaden Jamison. 40, Cameron Copeland. And 42, Jocelyn Schufelt. And there's a bucket out of the gate.
Gianna Brown with a good layup, good move underneath. Wide open on that shot.
That'll open up the scoring here on our Franklin Finance scoreboard. Another opportunity here in that one. It'll be Tamaya Gates with her first 2 points. Quickly, Northside out to a 4-0 lead. 1 minute away here in the first quarter. Stolen away again.
Quick hands there. Stole that one away, and then the turnaround again. Jaden Jamison with her first 2 points of the game.
Yeah, that was a good stutter step there. Let the defender blow by. And Jaden Jamison picking up her first 2 points of the night. See if things start to slow down on the offensive end here. We approach 6.5 minutes left to play in the first. Both teams playing fast and furious. There's going to be another bucket by Gates. She now has 4 and will go to the line to shoot the bonus.
The Gates and Brown were really active that last game that Northside visited the Lady Eagles. Good move and moving and action underneath by Gates and Brown, both giving Smith some opportunities underneath.
Free throw will be no good by Gates. That'll make the score 6-2 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Fouls on Cameron Copeland, her first team foul of the half. Here's going to be a long three. That one's going to be right on target. Tamaya Robertson, her first points of the night, and that will quickly get the Eagles back into this one, down just 1.
That was a nice setup on that three-pointer outside.
Good work underneath there. We'll turn back over to the Eagles.
Jaden Jamison, good use of her hands, keeping hands straight up in the air and not drawing that foul over the back.
This will be a good opportunity. See if Franklin County can pick up their first lead of the ball game. Work that one underneath. Franklin County will turn it back over.
Jamison just wasn't quite ready for that pass, but good opportunity there for Blizzard to get that pass through, but she did have to thread the needle and just didn't come up with it.
So an opportunity here for Northside to extend out their lead. That one's going to be off target. Will find its way into the hands of Johnson, who will kick it right back out to Smith. Good tough defense played by Blizzard. Will have to slow things down. Northside will set up their half-court offense. Working around in the corner, fires up the long three. That's off the top of the backboard. Rebound pulled down by Jaden Jamison, out to Blizzard. And the Lady Eagles, another opportunity here to regain that lead. Schufelt fires a three. That one will rim out. Copeland picks up the offensive board. Kick it back out to Blizzard. They'll set things up on the offensive end. Works it around to Schufelt in the corner. Swings it to Jamison. Ball's going to hit the floor. And Johnson will quickly push it up, and that will be turned over. Smith, the intended target. Both teams a little bit out of control here to start this ball game, Mike, almost halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, got just a little bit in a hurry there and outran the pass. See if Blizzard can slow things down here and run the offense that they're capable of.
The Blizzard runs right into the trap there. They're going to say that Robertson lost the handle on that one. So Franklin County not having a lot of good opportunities on the offensive end to start this one. They've been able to keep it close, 6-5. You see it there on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Lady Vikings on top. Good ball movement here by Northside. Gets it inside. Has to kick it back out. Fires the long three. That one will be good. Smith, her first points of the night. And we'll stay with the Lady Eagles. Last touch by Northside.
Lady Eagles have yet to set up their offense and run it successfully. Let's see if they can do it on this attempt.
We're in a 2-3 zone, Mike, looking to slow down this Eagle team. Couple of opportunity there. Long rebound pulled down by Gates. Last touch by Copeland, so we'll stay with Northside.
Yeah, Kevin, and you said that zone defense is opening up a lot of those rebounds for the Northside team underneath. They're blocking out well.
Going to be a timeout by the Lady Eagles. Franklin Finance scoreboard shows Northside up 9-5, 3:36 left to play here in the first quarter. We're going to be right back. You're watching Lady Eagle basketball right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Northside basketball following the timeout. 3:36 left to play here in the first quarter. Northside took the lead to start the ball game, Mike, and have not relinquished it throughout much of this first quarter.
You're still hanging on to a 4-point lead and moving the ball well underneath with a lot of opportunities.
Tough defense being played by the Lady Eagles. Good separation being found, but that one's going to be stolen away by Jamison. Work it up to Robertson, and she's going to be blocked, but the foul will be called. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Looks like Rihanna Saunders is going to be hit with the foul. That'll be her first of the half for the Vikings.
Foul number 12, Rihanna Saunders, her first, team foul. 2 shots to Maya Robertson.
Robinson will sink the first. She now has 4 points. Pulled the Lady Eagles to within 3. Prepare to shoot the second.
Sure did get quiet in here.
Second will be no good. An early start to this ball game tonight. Tip-off was at 5:30, about an hour and a half prior to most tip-offs that we have at the varsity level, being just one game here tonight. The Lady Eagle basketball, another foul quickly going to be called. Going to send Jaden Jamison to the line to shoot 2.
Johnson on her first foul for the night.
Franklin County finding opportunities here to get themselves on the charity stripe. She will sink the first. Her 3rd point of the night, and Franklin County slowly but surely working their way back into this one. Only a 2-point lead now for the Lady Vikings. It's going to be off the back of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Saunders. She'll work it around to Smith. We have 2:45 left to play here in the first quarter. Slim 2-point margin now for the Lady Vikings. They're looking to work it inside. Good defense by Schufelt. Johnson's able to grab the rebound, fires it out. And a big three there by Saunders. That'll be her first of the ball game. She now has 3 points, and Lady Vikings the first to break into double digits, up 12-7 now. Copeland, good save there out. So Jamison rounds a Blizzard floater in the lane. That one's going to be good. Maya Blizzard picks up her first 2 points of the ball game.
Blizzard gets to making things happen in there, driving through the lane, and people start dropping off and collapsing around her. Opens up a lot of people.
Good defense and good pressure there by Tamaya Robertson, forcing the turnover on the travel. Checking in for the Lady Eagles, Ariana Belcher. Jocelyn Schufelt will check out. Blizzard will work it across midcourt around to Belcher. Northside staying in that 2-3 zone. You saw them working on that in warm-ups, Mike, looking to quickly rotate around to the ball.
Good job, Copeland getting open. Just a good defensive play there by Gates to knock that one away.
Good job working inside. That'll be Jamison going to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be on 25. Candace Hicks. It'll be her first third team foul here in the half. Jamison will miss that one. Missed 2 in a row now from the charity stripe. She'll prepare to shoot the second. Already has 3 points on the night. With that 4. Franklin County will break into double digits. And the lead will be cut back to 2 for Northside. Franklin County has not been able to draw it any closer from the start of this one. Drive down the lane, a lot of contact, no call. We'll kick it back out to Smith. Able to run that one down. Looks it around to Johnson. That one's stolen by Blizzard. He's going to look to make something happen. Blizzard will take that one off the glass. And she now has 4 points, and we're all tied up at 12 with 1 minute left to play here in the first quarter.
Good hands by Belcher to knock that one away to break Blizzard open and wide open down the sideline.
Again, tight defense being played by the Lady Eagles. High post screen there. They'll kick it back out. Long 3 off the front of the iron. Blizzard picks up a long rebound. She will slow things down, work it in the half court. 35 seconds left in the quarter. Foul called there on the pass. That's going to be on 23, Tamaya Gates. That'll be her first 4th team foul. Substitutions here. Gianna Brown will check in, as well as Jasmine Kidd. Going to have Candace Hicks and Emily Smith check out. The Eagles will inbound with 30 seconds left here in the quarter. Long inbound pass to Blizzard. Working around, good pass inside, good positioning. Jaden Jamison picks up her 6 point. And Franklin County will have their first lead of this ball game with 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Jamison doing a good job posting up and getting position underneath on that last play and not giving it up.
There's a long 3. An opportunity there at the end of the quarter for Gates. But after 1 quarter of play, Franklin County, their first lead of the ball game, up 14-12. We're going to be right back with second quarter action. You're watching Lady Eagle basketball right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Going to be Northside basketball to start the second quarter. Mike, they led throughout the entirety of that first quarter. Franklin County clawed back and took the lead with 15 seconds. And they've got a 14-12 lead, and all that momentum starting to swing in favor of Franklin County. Big block on one end, and an offensive putback. As that one will not fall, Blizzard will pick up 2 back-to-back offensive rebounds for the Lady Eagles. Here's going to be a long 3. That's off the glass, no good. It's going to be poked around. Will find its way into the hands of Gianna Brown. And she will look to push. She will be fouled on the floor.
I think they're going to give her 2 shots.
Foul's going to be on Blizzard. That'll be her first, second team foul of the half. And that will put Gianna Brown on the line to shoot 2. First will be no good. She'll prepare to shoot the second. She will miss them both. Offensive rebound putback will be no good. A lot of missed opportunities here for Northside.
Yeah, Gates had a good opportunity there to put that layup back up. Just couldn't make it fall.
A little bit short on the shot there. Gates comes away with the rebound. Northside once again will quickly work it into the offensive half court. Blizzard with the steal. She will take that one left hand off the glass. She now has 6 points on the night, and Franklin County has extended their lead out now to 4. And that tough defense has led to a lot of transition points.
Got to travel.
That'll be on Saunders.
Saunders a little anxious over in the corner. Had an open lane after she had just about shot that 3-pointer. That open lane looked better, and she took an extra step.
Emily Smith will check back in for Northside. Jocelyn Schufelt will check in for the Eagles. That'll be deflected away and stolen by Smith. They'll work it into the corner. Pull-up jumper by Johnson. That one will be off target. Schufelt comes away with the rebound. Franklin County has got a lot of their points off turnovers and quickly working in transition. That half-court offense has not really got going for the Lady Eagles. Good ball movement here. That's a long 3. It'll be off the top of the backboard. And we'll give the ball back over to Northside. .555 left to play here in the first half. Just joining us, Northside led throughout much of the first quarter. Franklin County took the lead for the first time with 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter and have not turned that lead back over. Good ball movement. That one's going to be tipped away by Robertson. We'll stay with Northside. Substitutions coming in here. 13, Gianna Brown. Also going to have Ariana Adebigi coming in. Johnson working around to Smith. Gets it inside, good positioning. Can be deflected away. It will stay with Northside.
Adebigi open on that one, and good defensive play there for Schufelt to knock that one away.
Long 3. That one's going to be off the back of the iron board. Pulled down by Adebigi. Pulled down another offensive board. She was in position. Shot doesn't fall. Jamison comes away with that rebound. A lot of opportunities there off the bench for Adebigi. Blizzard picks up the dribble.
Emily Smith just being really like a bee in the ear of Blizzard out there, making everything seem turned around. Doing a good job on defense, causing that turnover.
We'll see if Northside can get the offense going. If they'll turn it right back over. Robertson will get the steal, draws the contact and the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. That will be the first foul on Emily Smith. Her 5th team foul of the half.
Foul on number 10, Emily Smith. Her first team 5th. 2 shots by Robertson.
Robertson has 5 points. 4 points, excuse me. 1 for 2 from the charity stripe.
Well, you just counting this one. Oh, didn't go.
Missed her last 2. We'll prepare for the second here. She will miss that one. Pulls down her own rebound. Works in the corner to Copeland. Back to Robertson. Pull-up jumper. That's off the back of the iron. Board pulled down by Johnson. Gonna look to push. Big block from behind will stay with Northside. Northside will look to inbound here with 4:17 left to play in the first half. That will be a travel on Adabi. There's nowhere to go once she got the ball there, Mike.
No, just a good defensive positioning there by Copeland, holding her position.
Franklin County going to extend this offense out into the half court. Blizzard picking up the screen. Foul's going to be called. Quick whistle there. Foul's on the 24.
Call a moving screen there on Belcher. Her first foul.
That'll be the 3rd foul of the half. Northside working around the outside, quickly collapsing on Adabi, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. See who that foul's going to be called on. It will be on Copeland. That'll be her 2nd, 4th team foul of the half.
Ought to be when she gets the ball in there, makes things happen. And right now, the Lady Eagles are catching the brunt of those as fouls.
Good first attempt there by Adabi. Jaden Jamison will check back into the ballgame. Copeland will check out. Adabi will prepare for the second. It will be too strong. The ball will stay with the Vikings. Northside's going to take a timeout with 3:38 left to play here in the first half. Franklin County still up 16-13 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. We're going to step aside. You're watching Lady Eagle basketball right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Following the Northside timeout, it will be Northside basketball. Down by 3, 3:38. There's the inbounds play. They were looking to get the ball back to Smith in the corner. Around the outside. Here's a long 3. It's too strong off the back of the iron. Board pulled down by Brown. That would be a good steal by Robertson. And Franklin County will work into the half court. Good pass inside. Jamison draws the contact. Doesn't get the call. Works, fights for that rebound. Blizzard will finally come away with the loose ball. She'll pick up the first 2 points in a long while for either team. She now has 8, and Franklin County's lead is now out to 5. That long three is going to be too long. Blizzard fights for the rebound, has an outlet pass to Robertson. Good job running the floor as Robertson. She picks up an easy 2 points, and she now has 6, and Franklin County now up by 7. That's what this Eagle team can do, Mike. If they can start scoring quickly on these transitions, they can really blow this game wide open.
You just have to concentrate and make those layups and not give the Northside team an opportunity for the second chance.
That was Jamison with the big block, works it out to Blizzard. A lot of contact, no call. Numbers working in transition for the Vikings. There's a long three. It will rim out. Offensive board pulled down by DeVee. Smith would get the steal. Good move there. Bucket will be no good. It's going to be on Schufelt. That'll be her first, 5th team foul. I'll put Johnson on the line shooting 2. Her first trip to the charity stripe, looking for her first points of the night. She will sink the first.
Checking in the game for the Vikings, number 12, Brianna Saunders.
Brianna Saunders checking in for Northside. No doubt about that second one for Johnson. Do not put her on the charity stripe. She picks up her first 2 points tonight. Now a 5-point ball game with 1:40 left to play here in the first half. Works it into Schufelt. High off the glass is Schufelt. She's going to pick up the 2 points. Good positioning there.
Exactly right, Kevin. That's perfect position and open to the 21.
It'll be a second on Blizzard. 16 foul puts Northside in the bonus on each and every foul from here on out for the final 1 minute and 19 seconds. Get around to Smith. Big ball movement, long three here. Good rotation, no doubt about that one. 2 threes on the night now for Brianna Saunders. She now has 6 points, and we're back to just a 4-point ball game inside of a minute left to play in the half. Good take to the basket there by Jaden Jamison. Now has 8 points. These two teams working back and forth, Mike. 40 seconds left. Long three doesn't fall. Offensive board and putback doesn't fall. They'll quickly work it out to Robertson.
Johnson, Samantha Johnson with her second foul.
16 foul. 25 seconds left here in the half. Work it around to Blizzard. Good take to the basket, high off the glass. 10 points now for Maya Blizzard. And we have inside of 10 seconds left. Good take to the other end. That bucket will be good in transition by Saunders. She picks up her 8th point. And at the half, it will be Franklin County 26, Northside 20. And we're going to be back to recap our first half scoring and have our Rocky Mount Chiropractic halftime adjustment. You're watching Lady Eagle basketball right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. At the half, Franklin County up 26-20. Quickly recapping our first half scoring. First for Northside, 8 points for Rihanna Saunders, 4 points for Tamaya Yates, 3 points for Emily Smith, 2 for Samantha Johnson, 2 for Gianna Brown, and a single point for Ariana Adabi. Brings them to their halftime score of 20. Flip it over and you look at Franklin County. They're led by Maya Blizzard with 10. 8 points for Jaden Jamison, 6 for Tamaya Robertson, and 2 for Jocelyn Schufeld. Brings them to their halftime score of 26. Time now for our Rocky Mount Chiropractic halftime adjustment. Mike, I believe we should have done that after the first quarter because both teams coming out a little bit sloppy. Neither team really able to get anything going. The points that were scored were just off of sloppy shots and turnovers. But really both teams started to turn it around there in the second quarter. And there at the end of the half, we started to see some good basketball being played.
Yeah, and a lot of both teams are getting open and doing good job of passing underneath. They've just not been, either team has not been able to make those layups consistently until right here lately, Jamison and Robertson making a few underneath. And of course Blizzard has been making things happen outside and breaking herself open for layups out front and doing a good job on that. So I think they're going to continue to, as long as those layups will continue to fall, you'll see a lot more of that from the Lady Eagles. But that defense from Northside is just tenacious out there, slapping and pawing and making it really tough to get anything pass-wise past to get anything open underneath. So I think you're going to see them continue that defense and maybe even work on a zone defense a little more, because when they tried to break it back and pull it back in and make the Eagles score from outside, they have not been able to do that yet.
Yes, and that's our Rocky Mount Chiropractic halftime adjustment, brought to you by the fine folks at Rocky Mount Chiropractic. Dr. Marlene Skillen and Dr. Kim Skillen, bringing the best in chiropractic care right here in the heart of Franklin County. Their office located across from the beautiful campus of Franklin County High School. So whether it's a sports injury, motor vehicle accident, or you just need that basic tune-up, here's we get ready to head into spring. Be sure to give the folks at Rocky Mount Chiropractic a call, and they'll help you get or keep your head on straight. And we're going to step aside. We'll be back with third quarter action. Franklin County on top, 26-20. You're watching Lady Eagle basketball right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. So we get ready to start the second half. Franklin County on top, 26-20. There you see it on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Hoping for a better start to the second half than we saw to start the ball game here in the first round of the Blue Ridge District Tournament.
Northside by no means out of this ball game because they're really sticking tight with the Lady Eagles and making it tough.
Copeland with the long three from the corner does not fall. Smith comes away with the rebound. Quickly work it to Saunders, who's been on fire from the outside. Stolen away by Copeland, but popped back out by Gates. A lot more patience here to start the second half. Brown will work it to Johnson in transition.
Not a lot of movement away from the ball.
Schufeld comes away with the rebound off the missed shot. Blizzard will look to push. Double teamed in the corner, works inside to Jamison. Great positioning. A little bit of contact there, though, Mike. No call by the blind guys, but Cameron Copeland will pick up her first 2 points of the ball game.
Yeah, it was a good job of keeping control of the ball and putting it back up, making good of the second chance.
Good save there by Brown. And an even better timeout by Coach Cromer to save her Lady Eagles on a turnover there. And Mike, that timeout was all because of perfect timing.
Absolutely, perfect timing. Saved that turnover and gave it back to the Northside team. And that was a perfectly timed timeout there for the Vikings. And now's the perfect time to buy or sell your single-family dwelling. Call Christina Deffelbaugh at 540-420-0485. Now is the time to make your move. Or you can email her at christina.drealtor@yahoo.com. That's Christina Deffelbaugh, 540-420-0485. Or email christina.drealtor@yahoo.com. It's all about timing. And that's Christina Deffelbaugh brought you that. She's at Weichert Realtors.
That was a great time out there. Saved the turnover. Allowed the Northside Vikings to put a play into motion here. Long shot will not fall, but a great steal there. That one doesn't fall. And then a cheap foul there by Smith. That'll be her second.
A little frustration foul there because she 2 shots, couldn't get either one of those layups to go. And got to be frustrating under there for them.
Full court pressure being applied here by Northside. We'll see if Franklin County is able to break it. First time they saw it tonight, and they quickly get it across midcourt to Robertson. Finds Jamison, hits the pull-up jumper. And that is now 10 points on the night for Jaden Jamison. And Franklin County will extend their lead out, the biggest of the ball game, out to 10. Blizzard comes away with the rebound, looks to push. She has Robertson working to the corner, but Blizzard will take that one off the glass for her 12th point.
Blizzard underneath with that right hand on the left side of the basket, doing a good job of keeping control of the ball and protecting it.
Brown kicks it out to Johnson. That three will rim out. Jamison comes away with the rebound quickly, works it up to Blizzard. That will be a double dribble on Saunders after picking up the turnover.
That was a good catch by the blind guys.
Get our good calls, bad calls, no calls all season long. Brought to you by the good folks at Budget Blinds. A style for every season, a style for every point of view. They'll come in, give you an in-home consultation. They'll do the measurement, and they'll install your beautiful new window coverings. So give the folks at Budget Blinds a call, and they can install those beautiful new window coverings. And it's a gift that you can open every day of the year. Good ball movement here by Northside. As Brown will do some fancy dribbling there, Mike, to pick up her 4th point of the night.
Yeah, good control there to get that layup.
Blizzard will split the defense. Again, draws contact, but will take that one off the glass. Will be no good. Johnson will quickly work it up to Saunders, who will be blocked.
Jaden Jamison with a good block. Knock it away. Northside will retain possession, but not without being noticed, that's for sure.
Brianna Belcher will check back into the ball game for the Lady Eagles. Inbound to Brown in the corner. That looks like a partial block by Belcher. Swinging around, that long three will be off target. Rebound will be pulled down by Brown, and she'll earn a trip to the line. Foul's going to be on 24, Ariana Belcher, her second. That'll be the first team foul of the half for the Lady Eagles.
With all of these blocked shots, Kevin, I think they're trying to rush those shots a little bit and getting them off before the defender gets there. Just haven't been able to take their time and put the shots up like it would normally do.
Second one will be good there. Now a 9-point lead for the Lady Eagles. 5 points now for Gianna Brown. Good pass up court to Robertson. She's able to track that one down. Works it quickly into Copeland. Blizzard, good opportunity. And Copeland fights for that rebound and gets the putback. Now has 4 points on the night.
Copeland would not be denied there, just kept going after the basket. Got a travel there on Saunders.
That was good defense by the Lady Eagles. Filled up that lane that she was looking to pass into. Forced the travel on Saunders. So full court pressure again here for Northside. Robertson's going to work it to Blizzard. Looks to get it inside. Has that one stolen away by Saunders. But it will find its way back into the hands of Jaden Jamison. Franklin County looks to reset here. 3:30 left to play in the third quarter. Good ball movement, good positioning there. And Jaden Jamison now has 12 points on the night. And a 13-point lead now for the Lady Eagles. Good job there by Gianna Brown, picking up her 7th point. Working her way through traffic. Blizzard works it around the outside. Copeland once again fights for the loose ball, works it out, long three, that one doesn't fall. Rebound pulled down by Gates. We turn back over to Northside. Tell you, Jamison had an opportunity there, drew a lot of contact, did not get a call from the blind guys. Ariana Adabi will check back into the ballgame for Northside. It's just a 6-point lead at the half. Franklin County has extended that out to an 11-point lead with 2:30 left to play here in the third quarter.
Got to travel. Brown getting a little anxious there, seeing the hole and trying to get to it.
Franklin County has not had any trouble breaking this full court pressure by Northside. Belcher will work it across to Blizzard, and Franklin County will take a full timeout. Up 36-25 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. 2:11 left to play here in the third quarter. We're going to step aside. You're watching Lady Eagle basketball right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. After the timeout, it will be Franklin County basketball. Working with an 11-point lead. 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. I think the Lady Eagles would like to run a little bit of clock here with the big lead. Good steal there by Johnson. That's what you want out of that 2-3 zone. Stepping into the passing lane. And she will take it down the floor and pick up her 4th point. Cut the lead down to 9.
Good job by Johnson to make a hole there. She just faked the defender to the left, and she went around to the right. Uh-oh, got a travel.
Again, good defense there by Johnson and Adabi. To close up that hole, gave Blizzard nowhere to go. Northside another opportunity to draw this one closer with 1:27 left to play here in the third quarter. It's going to be a quick foul there on Robertson. That'll be her first, only the second here of the half for the Lady Eagles. Brown working on the outside, back around to Johnson. Good move on the inside, but you're not going to get past Jaden Jamison. Copeland will scoop up the basketball with 1 minute left to play here in the third quarter. Work it inside, good positioning. Nothing seems to rattle that young lady when she gets inside. Got a little bit of trouble there. Settled herself back down, took it off the glass. Now has 14 points on the night.
Yeah, you'll get called for that every time, reaching around like that on offense. That's on Johnson.
That's her third.
It's her third foul.
Second of the half for Northside. So 25 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Franklin County can hold for the last shot. They'll kick it out, but you can't give up a good look like that. Find its way into the hands of Ariana Belcher. Works it back around to Robertson. 10 seconds now left here in the third quarter. Blizzard looks to drive. Long three. Blizzard comes away with the rebound. And Blizzard will take the direct route there for her 14th point and put Franklin County on top by 13 after 3 quarters of play. We're going to be right back. You're watching Lady Eagle basketball right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Northside basketball here to start the fourth quarter. They're down by 13. A little bit of space there. Long three doesn't fall. Brown pulls down the rebound. She'll be fouled. Go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be the third foul on Belcher.
Belcher with a little touch foul there.
2 shots.
As tough as it is underneath, hard to pick out which one's the foul.
Brown will miss the first. She's 4 for 5 from the charity stripe. Missed the second one. That one off target. Jamison comes away with the rebound. We'll see what Franklin County's strategy is here in the fourth quarter. They're playing with a 13-point lead. High post screen there, trapped in the corner is Robertson. Works it around to Blizzard, quickly inside to Jamison. They gave Jamison space, and that's one person you cannot give any breathing room to on the inside.
That's true, and Maya Blizzard with a good look the other way and pass inside to the open Jamison.
Look to work it inside. It's going to stay with Northside. Schufelt will check into the ball game. Belcher will check out. Long three here. That one, no doubt about it. Third three-pointer of the game for Rihanna Saunders. She now has 11 points. Good bucket in transition there for Maya Blizzard.
It's her 16th point.
Turnover there to Franklin County. She said that is Blizzard's 16th point, Mike. Blizzard with 16. Jaden Jamison with 16 as well. Good timeout there by head coach LeBrian Patterson.
He didn't like what he saw on the court.
We'll take one, 6:40 left to play here in this ball game. Lady Eagles on top 44-30 on Freeman Finance scoreboard. Be right back. You're watching Lady Eagle basketball right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Following the timeout, it's going to be a steal. Schufelt will pick up the quick foul. They'll put Tamaya Gates on the line. Her first trip to the charity stripe.
Schufelt's second foul.
Fourth team foul of the half for the Lady Eagles. She will miss the first. It's the second. Northside 4 for 12 from the charity stripe. Leaving points on the board. Here's a long three off the back of the iron. Schufelt comes away with the rebound. Works it back out to Blizzard. Loose ball foul's going to be called on Blizzard. That's her third. The ball back over to Northside. So Blizzard now with 3, Belcher with 3, Copeland and Schufelt with 2 apiece, and 1 for Robertson. You flip it over to Northside, 3 fouls for Johnson, 2 for Smith, 1 for Saunders, Gates, and Hicks. Inside of 6 minutes now left to play in the ball game.
A good body check there by Jamison causing the turnover. And there's another turnover on the other side.
Brown works it inside. Good move there to Johnson. 6 points now for Johnson. And back to a 12-point ball game. 44-32. Going to be stolen away. A lot of contact, but a good bucket for the 8th point for Johnson. That'll be a quick foul on Gates. That'll be her second, 3rd team foul of the half. Just like that, it's a 10-point ball game, Mike.
These Vikings are doing a good job of running that full court pressure. Lady Eagles are not moving out there. Of course, they've been running pretty solidly for 3 quarters here.
Jamison works it up to Blizzard. They get it across half court inside to Copeland. Easy bucket there for Copeland's 6th point of the night. That's a good way to break that pressure and then look for the open player on the half court trap.
Copeland, a good solid player, coming down with that rebound and fighting to get away.
This will be the 3rd foul on Smith. 4th team foul of the half for the Vikings.
Copeland, only a sophomore, doing a really good job underneath.
That will be the 4th on Samantha Johnson. Foul starting to mount here for Northside.
Johnson picking up 3 quick ones here and almost got another one there. Good job of Jaden Jamison taking the ball down the court. Copeland taking it in.
That'll be a foul. If that's on Smith, that'll be her fourth.
And I think that's who it is.
That is the fourth on Smith. We'll put Copeland on the line, shooting 2.
Vikings will really go down a notch if Smith has to leave this game as far as ball handling out front.
First one will be good by Copeland. Her first trip to the charity stripe. Now 7 points, and that'll be a quick timeout here by Northside before the second attempt. 47-34. Franklin County on top of the Franklin Finance scoreboard. You're watching Lady Eagle basketball right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Copeland will go back to the line to attempt the second. She sunk the first, has 7 points on the night. Make that 8.
Time to bounce.
That will push the Lady Eagle lead out to 14. Franklin County playing good defense here. Tough draw there for Belcher on Brown, but did a great job out front. Works it back inside to Brown. And they will hit her with the travel.
I thought that was a really good move, and I guess you can put a good move on if you take an extra step or two.
Franklin County going to work it into Jamison. 3-on-1 break here up to Copeland. Takes it off the glass. That's 10 points now for Cameron Copeland. Franklin County breaks the 50-point mark. Up 50-34. 4 minutes left to play here in the fourth. That one off the back of the iron. Board pulled down. Back to Johnson. We'll get that one to fall. She now has 10 points, cutting the Franklin County lead back to 14. And once again, Copeland getting down the floor, getting in position. Blizzard finds her this time. 52 points now for the Eagles, up by 16.
The Vikings sure can't let that happen every time. The last 3 times down the court, Copeland has found herself alone underneath.
And it will be a foul call. We'll see.
I think that is going to be all for Emily Smith.
For the official call here, it will be on Smith.
Northside foul, number 10, Emily Smith. That's her 5th.
Her 5th foul. Jasmine Kidd will check into the ball game in her place. And that will put Cameron Copeland on the line shooting the 1-and-1.
That, I guess, will put Brown back out doing the quarterbacking for the Vikings.
Copeland will miss the front end there. Rebound pulled down by Saunders. Will work it up to Brown quickly. Will find his way into the hand of Kidd. Back around to Brown. She'll take it high and off the glass for her 9th point.
Kevin, you said you got it right a little earlier. That's a tough assignment for Belcher, but she's doing a great job of it. Of the coverage there on Brown, but she's just a little quick for her underneath.
With that, Northside will take a timeout. 52-38, Franklin County leads on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. We've got 2:57 left to play in this one. You're watching Lady Eagle basketball right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Northside basketball following the timeout. Johnson will lose the handle on that one. That's one of the things you get with their point guard, Smith, going out with her 5th foul.
Does make a difference there. Smith does a good job of running this offense.
They'll work it into Jamison, who finds Belcher. Belcher will be bailed out on that one, losing the handle going up. I believe that'll be the first on Gianna Brown. Belcher looking for her first points of the night. She will miss the first. Have an opportunity here. She will sink the first. That will be Belcher's first point of the night. Push the Franklin County lead back to 15. Full court pressure here by the Lady Eagles. Will be tipped, but finds its way into the hands of Jasmine Kidd. Fights inside, putback doesn't fall. Blocked from behind by Jamison. Gates works it back to Kidd. Now we'll go through the wickets. Samantha Johnson.
It's really tough underneath out there. A lot going on.
That'll be stolen away by Brown on the inbounds. And kicked away by the Lady Eagles.
Brown trying to make something happen underneath it. Just really wasn't there. Too many Lady Eagles standing in the way.
Here's a long three, just off the front of the iron. Kidd comes away with the rebound. Works it around to Saunders, back in the corner to Brown. Inside to Johnson, working on Belcher. Shot will be good. 12 points now for Johnson. Foul will be on Belcher. That'll be her 4th.
4th foul.
Eagle foul, number 24, Ariana Belcher. It's her 4th.
Samantha Johnson with 12 points, a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Blizzard quickly works it up to Robertson. She will be hit with the travel.
That was a very deceptive move, that's for sure. Just didn't get away with a walk. A big smile on Robertson's face.
Johnson will kick it in the corner to Kidd. 1:45 left to play in this one.
It's Blizzard's 4th.
And Franklin County foul, number 21, Maya Blizzard. That's her 4th.
Not only is that her 4th, but will also put Gianna Brown on the line.
Blizzard quickly looking at the clock. And, I've only got 1 minute and 40 seconds.
First will be good. 10 points now for Gianna Brown. 2 for 7 from the charity stripe. Stay with Northside, down by 12. 53-41 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. 1:40 left to play. Both teams in the bonus, possession arrow in favor of the Lady Eagles. Brown will float that one in the lane, does not fall. Tipped around to Belcher. And that will be the 5th for Samantha Johnson. She will foul out, ending her night with 12 points.
Northside foul, number 11, Samantha Johnson. That's her 5th.
Her night will come to an end. Ariana Adabi will check in. Maya Blizzard is on the line, shooting the 1-and-1. Blizzard will miss the first, gets her own rebound. Quickly working in transition, Saunders has the numbers. Tough call there. Goes against Ariana Belcher. That'll be her 5th.
But it was a good call. Still a little bit of movement there in the Belcher leaning just a little bit into that one.
Ariana Saunders will be at the line shooting 2.
Surprise, surprise. 3 folks have fouled out of this game.
First one will be no good by Saunders. This is her first trip to the charity stripe. She has 11 points, including 9 of those coming from behind the arc. She will sink the second for her 12th point. Make it an 11-point ball game. That one will be stolen away by Saunders. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul will be on 33, Jaden Jamison. Unbelievably, that's her first foul.
First foul. Yeah, she's been in there pounding them with the rest of them. Just hadn't been at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Eagles are going to take a timeout with 1:13 left to play in this one prior to the free throws. 53-42, they're on top. Coach Patterson wants to have a discussion with his Lady Eagles. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Lady Eagle basketball right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Following the timeout, Saunders on the line, shooting 2. She will sink the first. Now that's 13 points, 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Now just a 10-point ball game. Missed the second. Rebound pulled down by Robertson. Jamison will work it back to Robertson in the corner to Schufelt. 1 minute left to play in this one. 59.7 seconds to be exact, and it will be Franklin County basketball.
Copeland opened underneath. Schufelt just took a little too long to find her. Vikings knocking that one away.
They'll work it into Jaden Jamison, around to Blizzard. Eagles looking to run clock here, up by 10. Both teams in the double bonus. From here on out, we'll be shooting 2. Possession error in favor of the Lady Eagles.
Brown with a little push from the back.
Northside foul, number 13, Gianna Brown, her second. 2 shots, Jaden Jamison.
The second on Brown. Jamison 1 for 3 from the charity stripe, 16 points on the night. She will miss the first. She missed her last 3, Mike.
Don't want that to get a habit here in the end of the season, playoffs. That's when you should be sinking them.
Quickly work it up to Brown. She'll take that one off the glass and good. She now has 12 points. It's an 8-point ball game. Foul will be called. That one will be on Saunders, her second. That's going to put Robertson on the line, shooting 2.
Northside foul, number 12, Brianna Saunders, 2 shots to Maya Robertson.
Robertson is 1 for 3 from the charity stripe, 6 points. No doubt about that first one. Now has 7 points. Pushes the lead back out to 9. Misses the second. Copeland gets the rebound. Put back is no good. Brown quickly working it up to Saunders. Long three by Kidd off the front of the iron. Offensive board and putback will be good. 3 points now for Ottavihi. It's now a 7-point game. Foul will be called. Be the first on Kidd. Put Maya Blizzard on the line. She has 16 points, but this will be her first trip to the charity stripe. Blizzard will miss the first. There's 4.7 seconds remaining in this one. Blizzard will sink the second. Got 17 points, 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. Kidd will work it back to Brown. They quickly work it up the floor. Here's a long three. That one will be good to close out this one. Tamaya Gates with 7 points. And that will push our final score. Franklin County 55, 50 for Northside. So they were able to draw within 5 there at the end, Mike. Couple of free throws, couple of missed opportunities. You had Samantha Johnson and Emily Smith go out with 5 fouls apiece. Just a tough night here for Northside. Franklin County coming away with the win.
Yeah, I had lots of, the scoring divided up fairly evenly between Johnson, Saunders, and Brown. And Gates added 7 points there. Not a bad night for these Vikings, and we're in this ball game up until right at the last.
Yeah, quickly recapping our scoring first for Northside. You're going to look around at Gianna Brown with 12, 13 for Saunders. Johnson with 12 herself. Smith added 3, 7 for Tamaya Gates, and 3 points for Ottavihi. Flip it over and you look at Franklin County. You had 17 points for Maya Blizzard, 16 for Jaden Jamison, 12 for Cameron Copeland, 7 for Tamaya Robertson, 2 for Jocelyn Schufelt, and 1 point for Ariana Belcher brings them to their final score of 55. And that's going to wrap up tonight's coverage. First round matchup here in the Blue Ridge District. Lady Eagles will be back at home on Friday night as Franklin County will be playing host to both semifinal matchups. So you can come out and get 2 games of basketball here inside the friendly confines of Samuel M. Hawkins Gymnasium. But our final score for the final time tonight, Franklin County 55, Northside 50. Thank you for watching Lady Eagle Basketball right here on your Neighborhood Network, Cable 12.